Okay, good afternoon and welcome to the fourth webinar, which will explain you a bit more on what you can study and how it is to study some practical elements as well at the University of the Algarve in September 2018. Karim Erdini, the local coordinator from the Algarve, will now present a short presentation. And after that, we can respond to questions. You can ask questions on the chat box on the IMBRSea YouTube channel. Make sure you're logged in with your IMBRSea account, because else you will not be able to post questions. So during the presentation, you can already post questions if you have any. And then after the presentation, we will answer them. The presentation will also be available after broadcasting on the IMBRSea YouTube channel. So, and there you will be able to watch it again. And if you have further questions, then to contact the local coordinator. So, Karim, you can now start sharing your screen. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I open my presentation, right?
Yes. First, share your screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold on. Partir. Okay.
Yeah.
Where is the presentation? Where is it gone? Anymore? Where is it? Where's it gone? That close.
If you open PowerPoint, probably it will appear.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. PowerPoint is not responding.
Be patient, it comes. Yeah.
It comes. Okay. I think it's opening now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You start the presentation.
Oh. Yeah.
We can see the presentation. So if you can start presenting, I will mute my microphone until after the presentation. Enjoy.
Okay. Yeah. So, good afternoon. My name is Karim Erdini. I'm the one of the local coordinators. There's actually three of us, and two of them, the other two are not here. So this presentation will be about the University of the Algarve. What you have to do when you come here, especially if you're a non-European, etc. And I'm going to talk a bit about logistics, housing, general things. So first of all, a little bit of background on the university. This is a fairly young university. It's one of the regional universities because before the 1980s, there were only universities in the big cities. There was in Lisbon, Porto, and Coimbra. Then they decided to create some regional universities, and this is one of them. This is the University of the Algarve. So it's for the Algarve region, which is in the south of Portugal. And it's actually a kind of a unique, because it consists of a polytechnic part and a university part. So it's actually the only university in Portugal that has both types of higher education. The number of students is about 9,000, and there are a little bit more than 600 faculty members in all. There's 4 campuses, 3 in Faro, 1 in Portimão. We are, and where you will be coming to classes is in the Campus de Gambelas, which is just outside Faro. You'll be seeing it in a map in a second. It's quite an international university. We have a lot of students from other countries, approximately 60 or more countries every year. So this is a map that shows you the very southernmost tip of Portugal. So I don't know if you can see the cursor, but the Cabo Santa Maria, Cape Santa Maria, is the southernmost tip of Portugal, and Faro is here, and the Gambelas campus is over here, and this is the Faro beach all along here. And all this big green area with water is the Ria Formosa Lagoon, which is a very important wildlife site with high biodiversity. Faro is a small town. In the winter, it's about 60,000 people. It increases quite a lot in the summer because of both local and international tourists. So this is a closer look at Faro. So this over here is Faro. Our campus is here. It's about 6 or 7 kilometers from the center of Faro. And the airport is over here and the beach is over here. So a lot of students live either right near the university in the Gambelas area. Some of them live in Montenegro, which is this area here, which is within walking distance of the campus. A lot of people rent on the beach, live in Faro. This is a view of the Gambelas campus. So in the background, you have the lagoon and the sea, and all this green part is part of the like a nature park of the Ria Formosa. These big buildings. This building here in with the domes in the middle is the library. Our faculty building, Marine Sciences, is over here. Okay, so some important things. If you are a non-European student, you need a visa. Well, this is, I think, this is for students coming for the first time to Europe. But anyway, you need to take care of the visa to be able to come here. So if you are applying for a visa for the first time, this is what you would need to do. But since you're already in Europe, I guess this is not relevant. If you're staying more than 120 days, then you will need to get a residence permit. So you will need to have an appointment with the border service. We will help you with that. I mean, our international office, the mobility office, will schedule appointments for you and help you with all that. How to arrive at Faro? Well, you can either fly directly to Faro Airport. Faro has a very busy international airport. It's well served by flights from around Europe, and the airport is less than 10 kilometers from downtown Faro, so you can get there by bus or by taxi. Or if you arrive in Lisbon, you can take the train or the bus, and train takes about 3 hours. Bus takes a little bit longer. Both cost between 20 and 30 euros, so it's not very expensive. Our campus is about 7 kilometers from town, 5 kilometers from Faro Beach. There's a pretty good bus service every half an hour or so. So you really don't need a car if you come here. You can either take the bus, or you can live nearby and walk or bike. A lot of the students live within biking distance, especially those who live on the beach, so they can come here by bike. Accommodation. Okay, this is very important because in the past there was never any problem with students finding places to rent. A lot of the students, the IMBRSea, IMBRSea plus students, would live on the beach, and they had no problems finding places to rent on the beach. This year, for the first time, there was some difficulty. Airbnb, everybody, this has been a big boom in big growth in Airbnb over the last year in particular, and instead of renting summer apartments or houses to students, people are now doing Airbnb. So this has kind of reduced greatly the number of available rooms. Still, we were able to all the students were able to find a place to rent within a week or so. So it wasn't that bad. I'm just like to warn you. What does it cost to rent in this area? Generally, if you rent an apartment with other students, you can expect to pay about between 200 to a maximum 400 euros a month for a single room, and then you share the rest of the apartment. The university does have some housing, but it's mainly for undergraduate students, and actually very few master students ever end up living in the dorms. Most people rent outside. I'm going to ask all the students, the IMBRSea students who are here this year, to leave me their contact numbers of the people they're renting from. So you'll have a head start when you arrive. I'll be able to provide you with a list of possibilities. But in any case, it shouldn't be a big problem. I think most people were able to find somewhere to stay within a week of arriving here. There's also a network, Erasmus Student Network here. These are the contacts that can help, that can provide assistance, meeting you, for example, and helping you find accommodation, and providing you with information, a whole host of range of activities at the beginning of the semester. And here's some other useful contacts and links for accommodation as well. Here's some links for transport, and some other links about Faro City and the cost of living, etc. So when should you arrive? The first the first semester of academic year 2018-2019 will probably start September 10. I say probably because we don't have the official dates yet, but based on this year and in previous years and the calendar and the fact that we have to have 15 weeks of classes before we go on the Christmas break, I'm pretty sure it's going to be September 10. So before September 10 being a Monday, the week before is an orientation week, and it would be good if you could arrive just before that. So you're here for the orientation week, and you also have a week to find a place to stay. So as I said, there will be 15 weeks of classes, and we will finish the classes just before Christmas. For example, this year we finish on Friday the 22nd. That will be the last day of classes. And what we have done, what we will do, is that you will be evaluated during the semester, because we normally have an exam period in January. But I assume most of you will not want to be coming back in January, so you'll have an opportunity to be evaluated just before Christmas. And if you fail, for example, you will have resit opportunities in January, which means you will have to come back. But if you pass all your courses in December, then no need for you to come back in January. I'm going to skip, since this is not relevant, the second semester is not relevant because you're already in your third semester. I'm skipping this. That information about when to arrive and the orientation week will be sent to you in advance. When you do arrive, you should, first thing you should do is go to the International Relations Office here in the Gambeles campus, just to register. You should bring your passport, 2 photos, your health card, and a visa if you are non-European. And if you want to open a bank account, you need a proof of residence in the home country. This is the information on the internet for the International Relations and Mobility Office, and the contacts. And you should also obviously come and see me, so if you need any help. Now, most of your teachers, faculty members, will be either faculty members or researchers of the Center of Marine Sciences of the Algarve. Sorry. So the Center of Marine Sciences is one of the leading marine sciences research centers in Portugal, and so you will have a lot of opportunities for possibly lab work or practical work with researchers in their labs at CICEMAR. CICEMAR also has a diving center, so if you're interested in taking a diving course while you're here, then you should contact the dive master, and this is his mail. Diving courses are not free; they're not included in the IMBRSea. If you want to take a diving course, you have to pay for it. Again, this is transferable skills. This is for the first semester, so I'm going to skip that. While you're here, obviously you should take some time to visit places. Here in the south of Portugal, we have a typically Mediterranean climate. The rainy season is usually from September to February. This year has been an exception, very little rain and unusually warm. It only just got cold last week. So the students have been enjoying the beach until very recently. You should definitely visit the southwest coast of Portugal while you're here. It's very, very beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful undeveloped coasts in Europe. You should also visit Lisbon, take an opportunity to visit Lisbon. Especially, one of my favorite things is the Lisbon Aquarium. It's considered the best in the world, and it's the #1 tourist destination in Portugal. We're very close to Spain here. We're 55 kilometers from the border with Spain, so you can Sevilla is just across the border. It's 2 hours by car or 3 hours by bus. I highly recommend the Portuguese cuisine. It's very good, and eating out is not expensive. You can eat on campus. There's a student canteen where you can get a full meal of a soup, main dish, salad, fruit, or dessert for, I think, a little bit less than €3. It's a very good deal. And on top of that, every building, every faculty building has its own bar or cafeteria where you can get things like soup, sandwiches, snacks, and drinks. I didn't prepare anything about the courses. You have some information on the courses on the webpage of IMBRSea. It's just to say that we are still working on creating some of the courses. They're new courses. So and that research, that specialization is not my area of expertise, so I really cannot talk to you about the contents of the courses. But you have the contacts, I think, of the professors if you want more information on the courses. But as I said, some of them don't exist yet. They're still being created, and so I really can't say much about them. And finally, this is the coordination team. It's me, Esther Serrão, who is an associate professor, and her area of specialization is biogeographical ecology and evolution. Mine is fisheries, mainly fisheries, and fisheries management and conservation. And Alessandra Teodosio, who is her area is zooplankton and estuarine coastal habitats. And so you're always welcome to come and talk to us whenever you want. Okay, Tim, I think that's it. What do I do now?
Yeah, thank you, Karim. I'm just checking on the. You can close the screen sharing if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Voilà. Now you're back in live view. I'm just checking whether there are any questions coming in. We can wait 1 or 2 minutes to see whether questions are coming in. I'll post a message also in the chat if any questions.
We may. Sorry. Yeah. No. How do you know how many people were listening in, or?
This I see with logged in people. There's 2 listening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There could be more that are not logged in via the with their IMBRSea account. So that's something we only can see afterwards. Yeah. I don't see any questions coming in, so I think so. If there would be any more questions, as Karim just mentioned, you can contact him via regular email. So the email details are on the website as well as on the presentation. We will also upload the presentation to the webpage. So on the webpage, there's a dedicated page. If you go to the section students, there you will find a dedicated page on the webinars where there's a full overview on all the webinars that have been broadcasted. Okay, so no more questions are coming in. So thank you for those that were watching, and see you next time.